But you are Chelsea.
Yeah, I'm happy. If Arsenal is beaten, I'm happy.
If it draws,
well, okay, I'm still not that. Okay, I'm there. If it draws, at least it should either lose or draw, so that I can be able to win the games and
and make your odds work.
Exactly.
I see.
But Uganda Cranes should always win, no matter, so that we are up there.
How are you guys?
That's why you're putting on the Uganda Crane jersey.
Yeah. So how are you guys on the CAF standings? The World Cup standings.
The World Cup qualifiers.
Yeah.
Of recent, we beat Guinea when they came here. We beat them. Yes. So our stands are really high. Very soon you will see us qualifying for World Cup. So watch out.
We hope. That's an amazing banter, and as you can see, we were addressed by a lovely lady who's off screen, called Namara, Miss Sugar Lips.
Jolly.
Yes. We don't want to know that more about it. Yes, yeah. So it's an amazing time, an amazing place, and good evening, good morning, good afternoon from wherever you're watching us from. This is Homa Bay Unplugged, voices from the heart of the lake. An amazing show where we delve into heart issues, raw, unfiltered, amazing content, where we just delve into their lives and times of high achievers, people just trying to get by, people who are doing remarkable things from wherever they are. And as you can see, this needs no introduction. We are in Kampala, the Pearl of Africa, the home of cranes, the home of marabou stocks, and all those animals. Yeah, yes. The home of Rolex, the home of sweetest chicken in the world and in Africa.
The home of Tororo Cement, the home of Tororo.
Yeah,
yes,
for sure. You'll give us a brief on why Tororo. And today we have such an amazing artist straight from the heart of Kampala. So he tell us more about himself and the high achievements he's always been part of.
Hi, thank you for watching. My name is Cristiano Okitwi. I am a filmmaker, basically an actor. I do scouting of locations. I am a quiz master. I am a laughing machine. I'm always laughing. Yeah, I cannot make you laugh, but I always laugh. Basically I do a little bit of casting, and I'm a people person. That's why I am your friend.
Yeah, amazing. Yes, an amazing host, an amazing person. You see, like, he's the one who's made Homa Bay Unplugged on the road worthwhile sessions, because you've been in Kampala, you've been interviewing different people, and today now you had to have a sit on with him. So, Cristiano.
Yes, sir.
Where did it all start? And why Cristiano?
Cristiano. The name is not only Cristiano. The name is Okitwi Cristiano Etiang. Now, this is my grandfather's name. Yeah. So I was the first child of my father. Let me say, from all my grandfather's grandchildren, I was the first one who was born and given that name. The full name. So I am holding his legacy.
So what does Okitwi and Etiang mean?
You really want to go there?
Yeah, we have all the time.
Okitwi means a wild animal.
Wow.
Yes, then Etiang means a bush. So basically a wild animal that lives in the bush. Yes.
Amazing. That's quite so you like their bringing, was it how was your bringing like your childhood?
Well, I grew up in a small village called Akadot, that is in Tororo district. That's why that's like what I'm saying.
Akadot or Akadot?
Akadot. Yes. Not Akadot.
Oh yeah. Yeah, like a dot. No, yeah, I was knowing that was because it's a small village and it's like Akadot.
Bro, man, no, it's Akadot. Yeah. Akadot village, that is in Tororo district.
Yeah.
That's where I grew up from. I attended primary school from there. Those days, I think, I'm not so old. I'm saying I'm not so old. Yeah. But those days, we did not have kindergartens, those things.
Yeah.
But I started it in primary. Apparently, I was so wise that in my primary 2, I could not finish the whole of primary 2. Second term of primary 2, they took me to P3.
Wow.
Yes. Then I went to P4. When I went to P5, my dad brought me to Kampala. So they brought me to Kampala. That was 2007, and then they gave me an interview that I failed miserably, and they took me back to P4.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I started from P4. But in the village,
so you all moved to Kampala, or you're the only one who came?
Okay, I had a few siblings here.
Yeah.
So when he came back from their side, he's like, let me also take this guy. So he got me and brought me. So he keeps on bringing other kids and all that, not only ours but also others.
Okay.
When he's able to help them.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's my dad for you.
Yeah.
So while we were in the village, I did break my leg when we were playing football.
As always, as kids.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was a tough one. I got stung by bees that I almost lost my life.
Wow.
Yeah. So that story I think it's a story that I will always tell.
Yeah.
So we were there with my young boys, my gangos were chilling, and one of our elder cousin brother came and is like, yo, Chris, can you come and help me go and graze cattle?
Yeah.
Now, the gangos I was with, they were like, man, don't go. We're going to do it. We're going to go and get G-nuts.
Yes.
And chill. And also after that, we go play football.
Yeah.
Then the other guy told me, no, you come. I have maize. We're going to roast as we are grazing.
Yeah.
I was like, being here, instead I go the other side. So I decided to go with the guy of the cattle. So now there's a road that separates our home and then the grazing ground.
Yeah.
So we crossed the road, went to the grazing ground, the other side. So in that process, after some time, there's one of the cows that went to scratch itself against a certain tree.
Yeah.
So this cousin of mine saw and is like, man, you go and collect the other cow. It's scratching itself. So me going there, I did not know. Apparently, the tree had a hive. Had a hive. So I was like 100 meters away.
Yeah.
I saw the cow started to run away.
Yeah.
I was like, what has happened to the cow?
Yeah.
So the moment I approached, the whole bees left chasing the cow. They came to me.
Yeah.
How? Just to know.
I can imagine.
Let me tell you that before him telling me to go and get the cow, I wanted to go and poop.
Yeah.
Bro. Yeah. I did not. So just know with all everything that is happening, the bees on me, I just had to poop on myself.
Yeah.
So now, remember the road?
Yeah.
Now I had to cross the road to go the other side. Now I was crying. Now this cousin of mine came like trying to chase a few bees.
Yeah.
But then some went to him and he also took off. Now him taking off, now I was now crying and all that.
Yeah.
Going that I'm going to cross the road.
Yeah.
People coming, those people were riding, they just stopped there, they break, they threw their bikes, everyone is
running.
That kid is going to die, what is happening? So I tried, when I was reaching now, next to our compound we have a field, football field where we used to play from.
Yeah.
So when I was approaching there's one of my uncles, may he so rest in peace, I love that guy.
Yeah.
So he came with a bed sheet.
Yeah.
Then he just covered my head like this.
Yeah.
When he covered my head, by the time he removed, most of the bees are
dead.
Had died.
Yeah.
But then you could not recognize me.
Yeah. Because the stings were heavy. And at this time, you're at what age or grade?
I don't remember what age, but I remember maybe I was around 9, 10.
Okay.
9, 10, around there.
Yeah.
So I'm like, So no, yes, tomorrow after the next bees, day, next day, these guys who told me let's go, we have G-nuts, came to me, and the way they're looking at me, like, we told you yesterday, we would have gone for G-nuts, for you decided to go for what? For maize. Now maize. See, now see. My point was not for the maize, but I loved the cattle. You get, I wanted to go and get familiar with them and all that. So that was the thing that took me there. So I also had a dislocation with my arm. I remember
were you taken to hospital in this?
Yes. During the time for the bees, when my uncle covered my face, he removed most of the bees has died. He had carried me, took me to the hospital. they injected me where the bees stung, you know, the face.
Oh, yes.
So that's what they did.
To kill the toxins, yes. Yeah.
So after that day, the next day, when these guys came, I swear I will tell you that I don't remember what happened afterwards.
Yeah.
I don't remember. But the next thing I was okay.
Yeah.
But I don't remember what happened through that thing.
Yeah.
After a while I had a dislocation. We had gone to, my grandfather has 2 homes.
Okay.
So we went from the younger wife to the elder wife of my grandfather to go have lunch. Now I was sitting with my uncle, he was carrying me on a bicycle. Apparently the path we were passing had this, you know, when you're planting cassava, you create some holes. So he had very many holes.
Oh, yes.
So, yes. And they are dried kinda.
Okay.
So he was passing through that, and you know, it bounces. One of the hole was deep enough, so the tire of the bicycle hit it, and I jumped up. Coming back, I landed with my my arms, and it twisted.
Oh my goodness.
Now, after a while, it was now the leg when we were playing football.
So now, but you're in the village now. How did they? Or they put backs and cast?
This one wasn't too much, but then my grandmother just had to twist it back.
Okay.
Yes, they had to twist it back, and they put it in a straight line.
Okay.
Now, of the leg, we were playing football. Now we're having Zone A versus Zone B. I was a very great defender and a goalkeeper. So now I was defending. I came and I put for the guy here like this. The guy came, he jumped, hit here. When he hit here, I did not get up. We all had and then this part,
the heel,
it came up to, it touched here with that force. It touched here, and everyone ran away. Everyone ran away from the pitch. Those people, my teammates, carried me, brought me home. So my dad was in Kampala, and for me, so they called him. They're like, man, the guy got broken. He sent money. The next day, my uncle takes me to the hospital. Then they cement that.
They put the cast.
For that good time, I could not, of course, even now I'm going to the toilet, it's just sitting. So everything just like sitting. My auntie was done taking care of me and everything. So that is how I survived. Then during that process, I have my brother called Richard. Normally, before going to school, we always eat leftovers. Then we go to school. Then you have to wait until evening. Now there's sometimes when evening comes, but there's no food. So one day, me and that brother of mine called Richard Olo, we were like, how are we going to handle today? We are going to get cows down. We're like, man, there is some chicken I've seen moving along the roadside, the other side. You can hit it and go. Yes. So as we were going for the cows, we hit the chicken and went to the bush and roasted and ate. We were hungry from school. From there, we came back, and we knew the owner of that chicken. And until today, we wanted to go and apologize. Apparently, by the time we went, she had passed on.
So sorry for that.
Well, 2007, my father comes, gets me here, gets me to Kampala. I started school and all that. Here we are.
And then how was the transition? How was the transition from the village to Kampala in terms of lifestyle, networking with kids? Since you have you had an active childhood, how was it blending in Kampala?
Of course, it wasn't difficult, being on the fact that I'm a friendly person. So when I came to Kampala, these kids, my dad's kids in Kampala, they usually come to the village, so they know me, I know them. So there was no issues of this, that. We used to cooperate so well. Until now, we still cooperate so well with my sisters and brothers, and we do things jointly. So during the time that I came in, they helped me in one way or the other. In most of the things, I didn't know the language. I was just there. Whatever, even when they're sending me to the shop, they could write maybe a paper for me. Then I go to the shop and send, and until I started learning. Good enough, I was a very quick learner.
Okay, so like what here because of the language, or?
Yes, the language. The language was still hard. Right now I can speak the language, but not that Kong.
So guys are speaking Luganda and you guys are
Mostly
speaking
Jap.
Oh, Jap. Also,
Yeah.
it's the dialects are very different.
Totally.
Yeah.
You cannot even understand.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so since we grew up now in the Uganda region,
Yeah.
They kept on speaking, me I kept on hearing,
Yeah.
and I started picking a few here and there, and that's how I got to get everything right. Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. I don't know how was schooling in now Kampala as compared to the village.
Now let me tell you,
Did you also have like an active childhood in
the village? I was a brat.
Yeah.
You get?
Yeah.
So when I came here, I was still a brat, but of course at a low level.
Yeah.
So I joined St. Matia Mulumba Primary School. That was 2007, my P4. Now, during P4, we were 38 in the classroom.
Yeah.
The first term, I was the 36th.
Yo.
Just to know, first time I was the 36th, and my dad beat me. Yeah, it's like, see your younger sisters, they're here doing well. For you are there,
and then you are busy flanking.
I'm like, bro, I'm just from the village. I'm just adjusting.
Yeah.
Like, let us see next time. So next time, now I remember I was a very fast learner.
Yeah.
So next time I hit it. I was the 18th. Out of 38.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, you're coming.
Yeah.
You're coming.
Yeah.
Third time, I was around the 10th.
Yeah.
He's like, okay. We went to P5. P5, I was the 5th there.
Yeah.
P5, second term, third term, fifth. I was between fifth, third. There were two girls who were always beating me. In mathematics, they could beat me, they could get 98, me I get 97. They get 99, me I get 98. Just there, like 1 or 2 marks.
Yeah.
That's what they were beating me with. P6 came, we did that. P7, I became the head boy, and it was really, the HP, it was really interesting. I had a friend called Nata Bijena. She was now like the head girl.
Yeah.
So now we were friendly.
Yeah.
So the people used to say we are dating and all that, you know, those things.
During those times.
Yeah, during those times. But it was really interesting growing up. So I grew up and I made sure that these people, now that girl called Nata Vijena, then there was another girl called Atimango.
Yeah.
Atimango Brenda. Now, these two girls, they're the ones always leading us. Yeah. When I came in, now we're 3. Yeah. We're in that range. Yeah. So it's either one girl and a boy that leads, or 2 girls and a boy.
Yeah.
But I made sure I'm just in between them, always, or ahead of them.
Yeah.
Or sometimes things can fail and you come below them.
Yeah.
But I was always among the top 3. And teachers liked us so much.
So at this time, we were also involved in arts and...
I was involved in one or the other because we used to have MDD. And always I was done playing Jesus.
MDDs?
Yes.
MDDs?
Is a music, dance and drama. Competitions at school.
Okay.
Yes. So we always have what we call creative dance.
Yeah.
Now that creative dance, it's like we have an acting session as the music is going on, but this acting, we don't speak.
Yeah. We're
just dancing and you're acting the role you've been given.
Yeah.
So I was always being given the role of Jesus. And I was doing it so well. I had gifts. I got certificates. I got plates. I got forks. All those gifts that they used to give us. Yeah. And then we had also dances. Okay, I was not so good at dancing, but I was at least singing. I don't know how I lost my voice for singing.
Yeah.
I was among the great singers in primary, you know. Anyways. Also the trainer was good.
Yeah.
And we were really doing good. Then we left, we finished up P7. I managed to get 11 points.
Yeah.
And moved. I went to Nalia SS for senior 1, senior 2. When I was going to senior 3, things did not go well, so my dad brought me to another school. I did senior 3 and senior 4.
Yeah.
Then from there, I did well. I got a first grade.
Okay.
Yes. Then
so the transition between like the 2 schools, was it more different? How are you coping mentally and all that?
For primary and secondary?
No. For like going senior 2, then going to senior 3 now.
I was
at different schools.
It wasn't hard. I was just now from senior 2, the school I was in was a high standard school. Yeah. Very, you get, among the top schools in Uganda.
Yeah.
So in that way, when it came to this, I also had to bring myself down to cooperate with the rest of that. Of this, and I even contested, I even stood for a position in the prefect body, and I was the speaker. And it was really another quite interesting adventure to explore. And so in that process, remember the other school you were in, they always, you see those schools that perform very well. One thing about them is they always finish the syllabus very fast. You get. So when I came to this school, we had covered most of the things. I had them. So I was now serving notes to them, and they were very organized notes. So even the teachers could use it sometimes. You get. And then I was now like doing a revision. Then apart from a few topics that I had not yet covered, that's when we started. But it was quite a good transition. It didn't give me any hard time. I coped up with people because I met some people that we knew in the neighborhood, and we were friends. We had a dance group as well. One of the people right now is one is a dancer. The other one is a singer, is a musician. One of the best musicians in the north. Me now I'm an actor. So we did not make a loss.
We did not disappoint.
We did not disappoint. Though our main issue was none of us to become that. I studied engineering.
What?
I did engineering at university.
Okay, let's back it up a bit. So you're done with senior 4. How was
now senior 4? We go to senior 5. Now senior 5, I went back to another higher school. Then in that process again, things did not go as much as well. So they brought me to another good school, but not that high, but good school. I finished my senior 6. That is 2016. Now during that time, I always want to involve myself in leadership on anything that concerns leadership. Now, I had this, from my senior 5 and senior 6, I had this knowledge. I recited the rosary without looking into the book. So I had it in mind. I could recite everything, and everyone knew me for that. They knew me for that. And when I went, and I was an entertainer. So in that process, one time when we were hosting our prom party, senior 6, my friend tells me, my best friend, we call ourselves idiots, like, man, you can host this thing. I'm like, yeah, I can be the MC. And I started doing MC thing. And that's how I became a host. That's how I started hosting events. From there. So that after our senior 6, that very guy called Paul Mainja, we were at his place. So he tells me, let us go look for a movie to watch. So we go to the movie library.
Movie shop,
and we find a poster of auditions. And he looks at it like this. Then he tells me, but man, you know that you can go and start acting. I'm like, actually, I wanted to start acting, but because senior 6, I had to concentrate on school. It's like, but there's a poster here. He gets the number, he calls the guys. So when he calls the guys tell him, you come on such, they told him, come on 7th of June and do what? There's an audition. So he's like, okay. He tells me, 7th on June, go to this place. I go to that place. I did the audition. I do very well. Guys are like, okay, we're going to call you when we are ready for you. I'm like, okay. During that time, of course, we had to pay some little money to join these productions. Those productions that brought us after the auditions.
And at this time, you're still studying at campus, or
no, not yet. So in that process, we had the guy called me after some time. He's like, so you have been selected and you're only going to pay 50,000 so that we can start getting you these roles. I'm like, cool.
So it was more or less like an agency, an agency.
Yes. Right now it is actually a film production house. Yes. So I get to that. I get 50,000 and I pay. So during that time, my father had a friend at URA. Who is like his close friend, and told him, you know what, you go and I have my son. He's at home. He has finished senior 6. So the guy is like, let him come here. He can start with cleaning job, and then we see. Now my dad says, you have an interview with the URA officer on Monday. So prepare yourself. I tuck in very well. I had long hair, but I combed it very well. I was smart. I get to the taxi. I go up to URA. Now when I reach URA, I call this guy, and this guy tells me like, I'm not there, but come and meet me where I'm having my breakfast from. I'm like, okay. I go meet him where he's having his breakfast from. As I was coming, I call him. He says, I've seen you. You're the one? Please come closer. Okay, I've seen you. Please go tell your father that we shall call you. I'm like, okay. So as I go home, when my father comes back, he asked me what happened. I'm like, the guy told me that he will call me. Then he looked at me from down up to the head. He's like, is that how you went to the interview? I'm like, I just changed clothes, but that's how I went. Do you see your hair? Now, because of your hair, you're not getting the job. They said you're very shabby, you cannot work there. So since you want to stay home, stay. Let me tell you. Was harsh. Even though I move like this outside the gate, and I finish there 30 minutes, you will call, where are you? You want to stay home. Stay where?
Where you need to be.
I'm like, bro, we are growing. It's like, yes, but I got your job. But I was like, if it needed me to cut my hair, I would have. I did not think of it. You get? But I would have. But anyways, that you want to become a musician, you want to start taking weed and all that. I'm like, where did all that come from? So whenever now me and these idiots of ours, my best friends, we always get these gigs for decorating for people. So sometimes we go do those gigs and then come back with some good money, maybe 50,000, 100,000 sometimes. So one time I slept away. My dad came back at around 10. He called me. He's like, where are you? I'm like, Dad, I've gotten some gig I'm doing. He's like, you didn't want to work. You should be staying home. I want to hear in the next 30 minutes. I was very far. I was like, Dad, I'm very far. I cannot come. I'll come back tomorrow. He switched off. Very annoyed. Tomorrow, I go to 100 and I think 150. I did some good shopping. So I came knowing that the shopping will save me. I came and he was looking at me. He's like, so you're from work? I'm like, yes. That's why I charted Caveras. Okay, you have survived. So we start. But during that time, for 2 weeks, we were not talking with my father. After the job interview. He could come and find me home. Straight to his bedroom. Even though I greet him, nothing, says nothing. He just goes straight to his bedroom. That's how he hated art. So I was like, it's okay. So my cousin brother got me a job somewhere in Namgongo. So he tells me, there is this woman, she wants someone to manage her supermarket. But since you're free and you're doing nothing, come and do what?
You're free and doing nothing.
I was free, I was doing nothing. I was doing nothing. It's like, you come and do it and take up this job. So he gives the lady my number, the lady calls me, I go meet the lady. After meeting the lady tells me, so you start on Monday. I'm like, okay. Now, from Namgongo to Seta is some distance. I am supposed to be at the supermarket. I open by 7:30 a.m. And I have to close by 10:30 p.m. Now, moving at night, sometimes it wasn't as safe. So my father was like, I told my dad, I am not going to be able to move at night every time. So I think I'll need a place to stay. So my boss at the supermarket told me, I am going to first give you an advance of like 2 months. Get a house, you pay for it, and then you start staying there because where you're coming from is far. We are giving you lunch here and breakfast. So you only look for dinner. I'm like, okay, because every day I could get an allowance. It's like, I'm like, okay. So I talked to my dad. My dad didn't want me to actually leave. But I was like, man, I have to do it. To leave. So I decided to leave and I joined and I got a house. I paid for 2 months and then started.
You got a house
around and then I paid for it and I started. Now it's like I shifted. I got a few things, plastic and a plastic chair. That plastic chair, I still have it in my house.
Yes. I think it's somewhere.
Now that I got it from home. I was like, I will not. At least I need to get with something.
Yeah.
But I had a 3x6-inch mattress.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I didn't have curtains.
Yeah.
I could cover my window with boxes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was sleeping down and all that. I was like, okay. Anyways, everyone has to start somewhere.
Yeah.
So I started like that. Now during this process, I've gotten to know a few people in the industry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've gotten to know a few people in the industry, and I am trying to get things done.
Yeah.
So people start calling me here. You come. Now we were not getting much paid during that time.
Yeah.
We are not getting much paid. So they called me, come and get this. There's this gig and all that. So there is one director that I've always admired to work with. So one night, after my shop keeping,
Yeah.
I went back. I'm on my bed like this with my phone. I see a phone call coming. I'm like, I don't know this. At around 11 p.m.,
Yeah.
I picked. Like, hello, Cristiano, how are you? I'm like, I'm okay. How are you, sir? But I'm fine. This is Ziwa Aaron. I'm like, Ziwa Aaron. Hey, Ziwa Aaron. You've called me.
Yeah.
He's one of the biggest directors.
Yeah.
I was like, you've called me. He's like, yes.
Yeah.
We have an audition tomorrow and we want you to come in.
Yeah.
Your name has been forwarded to us. So please come in tomorrow at this place and we meet.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I am going to come. What time? At exactly 2 p.m.
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
Yeah.
So I told my colleagues at work, I'm like, bro, I have a meeting tomorrow, very early. So you guys will keep for me the place. Then for me, I come back, find you.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
I go for that meeting. I was very early.
Yeah.
So the director saw me.
Yeah.
Not this one who called me, but another, the director of the show called me. Is like, I think he can do.
Yeah.
He can do. But she asked me where it was a lady asked me where I was. I was from. I told her I'm from Tororo.
Yeah.
Like, those people are very honest.
Yeah.
And the role I'm going to give you is actually a bad role.
Yeah.
Yeah. You are the antagonist.
Yeah, of the show.
Of the show.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh yes. I'm like, okay. But then she said, it is good. Giving you that kind of role because you're going to give us the other side of you that we don't know. Yeah. We know the part of when you're good. We want to see the bad side.
Oh, so like people from Tororo, like he was trying to.
They're good people. They are always honest.
Okay.
You get, they're always honest. They speak. They don't hide things.
Yeah, they speak their mind. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So she was like, but that is good. That lady gave me that role. And I did an audition with her. She said, I'll call you. Before even I reached home, they had added me to a WhatsApp group of
the cast.
I was like, I have made it.
Yeah.
And the people I was going to act with,
there
are people who have already made it there.
Yeah.
I was just a young boy who was coming up.
Yeah.
So I was like, this is a good one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see the scripts started flowing in. First episode, second episode, like 10 episodes in a row.
Yeah.
I'm like, So when I saw my character name, I looked through all the scripts. I'm like, I have a big role here.
Yeah.
A big role.
Yeah.
Like, you have a big role.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. So a few days we started shooting and all that and start going like that.
Yeah.
So then you remember the person who told me to pay 50,000 to join? Yeah. He also had a show. Yeah. So he called me. He's like, there's this show. I want you to do it. I want you to come. Yeah. He gives me, I go. So I was doing this one. I was at the supermarket. Yeah. I was doing the other one. Yeah. You get.
So how did you use to balance juggle between actually now mostly the supermarket, because it was, let's say, like get there at 7, leave there at 10, and on set you also have those crazy hours.
Yeah. Now the whole thing is having people that you can easily relate with as co-workers is very good. Yeah. So I had 2 people that I was managing. Remember, I was managing the supermarket. Yeah. So I was now supervising these 2 people. Yeah. So I could tell them, so tomorrow and this day, I will not be around. Yeah. You keep in for me. In case you want to do something when I'm around, you will do, I will keep the place. Yeah. Sorry. We're very cooperative. Yeah. And that's how I was doing. That's how I was doing. Actually, through all my shows, when I did The Office, I did there was The Office, there was Sanyu, there was Loving Tyra, there was The Wolf Within, there was some quite few films.
Yeah, those are amazing shows.
Yes, they're shows. Yes. So I was trying to juggle all of them. Yeah. Okay, not at once, but one at a time.
Yeah.
And it was working out for me because I could also, if I get some money, I also give these people who help me to cover up.
Yes,
I was like, you're my people.
Yeah.
So one time, the very time I received my payment was from this guy who called me that I pay 50,000.
Yeah.
So we had done the show, Loving Tyra.
Yeah.
And this guy called me, is like, yo, I have an envelope for you. I'm like, you have an envelope for me?
Yeah.
For what?
Yeah.
For your work at Loving Tyra. So you come to my home.
Yeah.
I get a judge immediately.
Yeah.
I go to his home. He gives me an envelope. He's like, this is your payment.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, my payment. I look, it was heavy money.
Yeah.
I came home. I did not even open.
Yeah.
Now it was towards the end of the month.
Yeah.
End of the month. When I came back here, my boss had also have what? Have our payment also in the envelope.
Yeah.
I was like, So I was paid 350,000 shillings at the supermarket.
Yeah.
I went home.
Yeah.
In the night, I opened the 350,000. I'm like, okay, this is nice. I opened now the film money.
Yeah.
I found 600,000 shillings. I was like,
all that for you.
This is for me.
Yeah.
I first paid the 3 months of rent.
Yeah.
Yeah, and by then the person I was dating, her birthday was also coming.
Yeah. You
booked
threw a big party. Yeah.
A party that I even invited her family members. It's crazy, bro.
Are you still together?
Let's not talk about that. Let's not talk about that. But yeah,
we'll delve into that. These some stories. Yeah.
So I was like, anyways, this is good money. So there's money in film.
Yeah.
Man, there's money in film.
Yeah.
This is nice.
Yeah.
So I started now. Sanyu came.
Yeah.
Sanyu, they called me. I went.
That's a TV series.
Yes, a TV series.
Okay.
I had 49 episodes of season 2.
Yeah.
49 episodes of season 2. And it was really amazing.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, out of the blue, there was an award held at New Vision.
Yeah.
And there, I have an award as one of the best actors.
Yeah.
For Sanyu, not for any other show, but for Sanyu. I was like, me?
Yeah.
And they said, your thing is here.
Yeah.
You come. So one day when I went to set, they gave me the award. I'm like, hey, I have it. Yeah. And that was the first recognition that I got.
Yeah.
In that process, people kept on seeing me. It's like, there's potential in this guy.
Yeah.
And I kept on also bringing other people who have been seeing me, and they're like, you come, let's do this, go do this. If they need an actor, they call me, they're like, this one, we need this one. So in that process, also the other person who still called me, he's called Dennis Dukusoka.
Yeah.
He's actually the one who brought me into camera first.
Yeah.
So he called me, he's like, I need to get an hotel for a shoot.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, an hotel for a shoot.
Yeah.
I think then he gives me a specific hotel he wants.
Yeah.
You go talk to them and tell them this is what we're doing.
Yeah. And then at this time, you used to juggle the engineering because you were talking about doing engineering.
I think I forgot. Now, 2017, before me joining the industry, I started with the engineering course. I was studying.
Yeah.
So after that course, that was around 2019.
So it was for how long?
It was for 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah. So after 2019, I did refrigeration and air conditioning.
Okay. Oh, that's the course, the engineering course.
Yes.
Okay.
So the 2019 after school, that's when I was trying to dive between the two when I was at school and go to do some gigs.
Yeah.
Before me joining the supermarket.
Okay.
You get before me joining the supermarket. So I could go to school, but then I could do some gigs.
Yeah.
We could do some gigs. Then that is when after the school, I was like. Then because I didn't have what to do, they brought me to the supermarket.
Yeah.
Then during the supermarket is when I did what? I now started doing film fully.
So do you get to practice the engineering?
We always had practicing during weekends, every Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah. We started from Monday to Thursday.
Yeah.
Friday is our off day from the school.
Yeah. And
then on Saturday, we had practicals.
So you go to different...
We go to different sites and inspect and refill and repair.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
And then now as a career, did you get to...
I did not. I did not. Actually, by the time that I was supposed to start getting into the fields for real action, film took me over.
Okay.
Film took me over.
So now you meet this guy.
So I meet this guy. He tells me this hotel. I want this hotel.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. So he sends me transport.
Yeah.
I go to that hotel.
Yeah.
I told them I'm a filmmaker. I work with such and such a company, and would like to shoot our TV series from this hotel.
Yeah.
They're like, okay, that would be nice. That means even they could do a sort of marketing for us. I'm like, well, it's one of the things we are looking at incorporating into the art, to the film. It's like, okay, no problem. So this is the amount of money you'll be paying per day.
Yeah.
And you were good to go. So when I called the director, I'm like, so they told us to be paying this amount of money and we are good to go. It's like, no problem. We're going to do that.
Yeah.
That's how I started issues of location.
Doing locations. Yes. Okay. Location scouting.
Location scouting.
Yeah.
So I continued with that.
Yeah.
I continued with that. I got...
so you're still getting paid as an actor and also
and also locations. So in the process, I got to meet lots of place owners, venue owners, location owners.
Yeah.
Now in that, and as I meet them, I talk to them. I'm like, I'm a filmmaker.
Yeah.
But I bring you a deal that we're going to use your place since you also need clients.
Yeah.
We use your place, we pay.
Yeah.
We pay, and then we see how to do. And that's how I got to do things.
Yeah.
Yeah, with locations, and until now.
We're still doing locations.
Yeah.
So how has it been like so far, like handling like this, like different characters? Because the show had different characters in like every stage. Because there's one that you're always like the watchman. That's
so that's Hotel Mara.
Okay. Yeah.
So when I was still in the supermarket,
yeah,
sometimes my boss also complains like, sometimes you leave the place and you go.
Yeah.
What is happening? I'm like, I do some gigs, I'm an actor.
Yeah.
I do some gigs out there. So I'm sorry, but I will adjust.
Yeah.
Luckily enough, someone came to buy the supermarket. So when the person came to buy the supermarket, my boss said, now the people who are working in the supermarket with me, they're all my boss's relatives.
Yeah.
So they sleep at my boss's what? Place.
Yeah.
Now it was only me who is an outsider.
Yeah.
So my boss tells this new owner of the supermarket, is like, why don't you let this guy to first manage for you this place, maybe for like 2 months, and afterwards you can bring your people.
Yeah.
The guy said, no, me, I have my people.
Yeah.
He's like, okay. So my boss paid me advance because I didn't have now the job.
Yeah.
She paid me advance, and then she told me, I have a place. I can give you first stay for a while. As you're collecting your money, then you can get a place. And I was like, cool. She gave me the place. So now when she gave me the place, it opened the doors for me in that now I can only do film. Yeah, I can only do film and so I concentrated on film.
Yeah.
Now this is where the thing is. Sanyu came in. Yeah, Sanyu came in and I could juggle that. Every day I could go to Sanyu. I come back with my good money.
Yeah.
I was like, I was rich. Remember, I was not working, but I was not paying rent by that time. I stayed there for some good months. So I was like, this is good. This is good. So Sanyu came in. Then there was The Wolf Within also came in, and other films that came in there.
Yeah.
So I was juggling them. I could collect that money.
Yeah.
Then Pearl Magic Prime came. That is when Sanyu was running.
Yeah.
So there's another person who was pitching. He called me. He's like, I think I can use you. You look like a fun guy.
Yeah.
So he gives me this character of Askari, of a watchman. But he wanted me to have an accent, a northern accent, which I practically didn't have, but I had to make the accent. So I started using that accent in that show.
Also, the northern accent is different because where you come from is from the
Eastern.
Is the Eastern. And now you had to
do northern accent.
Okay.
Yeah. And I don't know why they say that mostly it is the northerners who become watchmen and all that.
Yeah.
But then, nevertheless, I don't care. We are all one people.
Yeah.
What I know.
Yeah.
So I decided to be like, okay, I'll do that. I'll do that northern accent. It's no problem. So good enough, the director sat with me and tried to tell me this is how you're supposed to do things.
Yeah.
You go like this, you go like this, you go like this, say certain words like this. And I was really comfortable, him talking to me and telling me ABC.
And then giving you the guidance.
And giving me the guidance. That is Steve Ayeng. And it was really good that I got with him, and he gave me that character. And I did so well. I did so well that character that if people watch, they really laugh, and then they tell me that you know that you're the funny person in that one. In that show. In that show. And I'm not funny. The people just saying that I'm funny, but I don't see myself funny. But how I twisted, if a person meets me like now, and I'm talking to you like here, and it's like, wait, aren't you the one who acted in the other film? You speak like this, you speak normally, but the other side you're speaking like a typical northerner. I'm like, Munang. That is how things
flow.
That's how the character wanted me to be. So basically, that's what happened. That's what happened.
Yeah, that's amazing. That has been a really, really, really interesting career. So now, as you navigate through, let's say, like life situations, you're planning yourself, you are juggling between work and things. And how's the relationship life like?
Well, I always...
because you talked about someone that you threw in one of the major bashes.
I always had this thing that I could date one person. And that one, I think from 2019, when I was in primary, we had these issues of, this is my girlfriend, blah, blah, but that was just for fun. Secondary, I also had, I think, a person I called a friend that people thought was a girlfriend. That is okay. Then when I came out, I think I started dating. I didn't date not until 2014, 2019, when I started working at the supermarket. That's when I got into serious relationship. I think I've dated like two people, seriously. Two people. Basically. The girl I had from 2019 up to somewhere, I think 2022 or 2023, things did not go that well. And then when I got another one late in 2023, is the person that is currently running. Yes, basically.
And what happened? Because you threw in, like I still can't remember, like your first salary, you're like, yo, you guy, I have to invite friends, family.
So I think that after getting that money, I was like, that was the second time I was actually throwing her a party. The first time I met her, I didn't throw the big party. I was still working at the supermarket. Her mother was having a shop just opposite the supermarket I was working in. So I saw her there. I liked her. Though some friends of mine were telling me, you cannot manage that girl. She's too big of a league for you. I'm like, it is okay. I'll try.
You'll try your best.
I'll try my best. Me trying my best, I went, and she accepted. You get. So in that process, we were friends, but then we are going through. So one time we were shooting one of the films I did, The Wolf Within, in some bush there. So it was her birthday. I'm like, well, we are shooting here. Why can't you come, you and your brother? And we celebrate this together. I called my idiot. He came from Mukono. Then she came with her brother. And then we went to the bush there where we're shooting from. We had a party. In the night, we had a party. We had a cake. We had sodas. We drank. And we danced. And then we left. That was that. Now, the second one was when I got that much money from the 600,000. So I was like, what do I do? So there was a hotel where we used to gather for meetings for film. So the owner was a tribemate, the manager. Then I spoke to the manager. I'm like, I want to throw my girlfriend a birthday party. You give me your boardroom. So he gives me the boardroom.
Threw your party in a boardroom.
Yes. He gives me a boardroom and is like, we are going to, you just leave the rest to us. I'm like, what do you offer? He gave me rates. It was expensive. I was like, I may not manage that. What I'm going to do, since many people eat chicken, I'm going to buy my own chicken. I give the chef. Then I buy the chips. From here, the fries from the hotel, and the drinks and all that. Then it's like, it's very okay. So I bought chickens. I bought around 6 or 7 chickens. Wow. Then I had the sister to that girl. I told her, now this is going to be a surprise. So I want you to tell your mother, tell your father, tell even the brothers, and also other aunties, bring them. we're going to have a good time.
Yeah.
They're like, okay. So they call all those people. And all those people, most of them came apart from the father.
Yeah.
And now it was now time to bring her. So we all sat there. Then she was like, anyways, the sister said, let me take you out. Like, anyways, there's a hotel here. We just go and chill there. And she comes. As she enters the room like this, she finds people and she's like, what? She cried first. She first ran away. You know those things?
Yeah.
She first ran away. She cried and all that. But then she came back, and then we had a great day.
Yeah.
It was a great day. She really enjoyed, and everyone enjoyed. And the mother was happy.
Yeah.
Actually, the family knew me. And then I'm a people person.
Yeah.
So I got close to them.
Yeah.
And then the same way that they knew me is the same way until I think the sisters, they still say hi to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm not a bad person.
Yeah.
I'll say hi back.
Yes. Yeah.
And we continue with life.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that is it. I think every year I always want to make them feel special. The woman I'm dating, I make you feel special.
Yeah.
I will celebrate your birthday.
Yeah.
If I don't have the money, I will make sure I do at least something.
Yeah.
I can easily send you flowers. I can buy you a cake. I send to you,
amazing.
Even though I'm not there.
Yeah.
But that's me. That's how.
Appreciated.
Yes, that's how I love. And even though you are just there, I can easily decide to send for you, maybe take away, to get you anything, even though it's not your birthday.
Yeah.
But I loved also to give to my woman.
Yeah.
You get. So apparently it did not go well. I did not want us to go through the story because it was heartbreaking.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank God he brought an angel to me again.
Okay.
And
which is so amazing. So that's, we also delve into what are some of the lessons that you've really had to learn the hard way?
In when it comes to what, relationships, or when
love,
it comes
relationship,
to love,
work, and life.
Work.
Yeah.
No, work. One thing I should tell people about work is that however much you're working, make sure that if you're working, work to get your pay, and go away. No one is your friend.
Yeah.
At that workplace of yours,
Yeah.
no one your friend. Get paid, go away.
Yeah.
Work, make sure you make merry.
Yeah.
But don't bring them too close.
Yeah.
Don't bring them too close. That's the whole thing.
Yeah.
Also, do not. I learned that your partner.
Yeah.
Do not put your partner out there.
Yeah.
Do not put your partner out there.
You play your cards close to your heart.
Play your cards. Man.
How so? What do you mean by?
Of course, people see that this is so this is the person he's looking after.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then they go for her.
Ah, my goodness, guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
But at least if I'm dating someone, people will have to know.
Yeah.
Because that is me. I don't hide.
Yeah.
If I am going to work, people will know that yes, I am dating.
Yeah.
I am dating. No matter what, I am dating.
Yeah.
So I always have to create those boundaries. That's why most of the times I don't allow girls to come to my home.
Yeah.
Just not because I don't want them to come, but there's a way I create boundaries for them.
Yeah.
My home is for me and my girlfriend or my wife.
Yeah.
You get?
Yeah.
Friends who come in are those friends that know both my woman and me.
Yeah.
And they come, they don't even stay for a full day.
Yeah.
They just come, check on us, blah, 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 and then go. And that's the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then when it comes to film, well, there are a lot of lessons. When in film, you learn every single day. Yeah. That is one thing I will tell people. Film, you learn every single day. You have to research. You have to make sure that you learn what film is about.
Mm-hmm.
Every day there's knowledge that is being provided for film. These cameras that people use, learn how to use them. Learn how to operate them. Learn how to talk to people. So that everything together, you are one.
Yeah. When
people call me and then they tell me, I want to join acting, blah, blah, how do you advise?
Yeah.
I'll give you an audition call.
Yeah.
Excuse me. But before the audition call, make sure you learn, you make research about film. Know what a monologue is.
Yeah.
Know what a resume is. Know what a reel is. know what a close-up is, a wide. When someone says a 50 lens, what does it mean? You get all those things. When someone talks of a cinematographer, what does that person do? You get, so that when you're going there, you have some little knowledge
of what's happening.
Yeah. And also learn every day. Yeah. Me, I can also I share them a few monologues to do, and they do. You may find that people get monologues, and then they do, and then they do well, even better than me was given them. Secondly, I think I've brought up a few. I'm not going to say that I've brought out a few, but a few who have reached out to me. Yeah. Some have gone to get awards and all that.
Yeah, okay, and even greater jobs. That's an amazing form of mentorship.
And for me, I am happy because if they are winning, that means I'm also winning. Yeah. So we win together. That is. But I also learned that being disciplined in everything that you do, it's a very good thing. Be disciplined, be respectful, pray. The rest will be a walkover.
There's an amazing switch that you've had, because you talked about amazing mentorship, being disciplined, playing your cards close to your heart. Yeah. And then now also, I think we'll go a bit ahead and then even just revert a bit, and then as you go through the life lessons, apart from being you are in the hospitality industry, you went to location scouting, you worked at a supermarket, and then now you also like host events. Majorly you have different quiz nights and different places. How did this come about, and why specifically quiz nights and not
there was a friend of mine who called Augustine. He always, whenever I am there, he calls me. He's like, "Why don't we go for quiz night? There's someone who always hosts quiz night. Why don't we go for quiz night?" I'm like, "Hey." So that's the only person. Me, by the way, ever since I started renting, I could not get out of my house. That going for parties, I don't know. I don't know if because I don't drink, but I could not. But then he started attracting me. He's like, "Come, let's go." So when I started going, I feel that it was fun and was something that I could actually do. So one time, my friend, there's a friend of mine who calls me. He's like, "Christian, so there is some guy who needs a quiz master. Do you know of any?" I'm like, this is an opportunity for me to start. I'm like, "Yes, I know." "Okay, who?" That me, myself. That, you do? I'm like, "Yes." Like, "Okay, I'm going to share your number with him. He'll call you." So the person calls me. It's like, "So you do quiz night?" I'm like, "Yes." It's like, "Okay, so what we're going to do, we have a place that we want you to come and start hosting. But let me give you your number to the boss. The boss will call you." Apparently, going to find the boss was my cousin sister. We grew up together. You know, when I came from the village, coming to Kampala, finding my parents and the kids, in that there were other kids who under my father. We grew up together. And she was there. I'm like, "Hey, you are here." It's like, "Yes." "So you host quiz?" I'm like, "Yeah, I host quiz." That's okay, nice.
And at that time, have you ever hosted any quiz night?
I had not. I will tell you, I had.
Did you have any idea what hosting a quiz night entails?
Yes, I had, because I was attending quizzes for people.
Okay.
You get? I was attending quizzes for people. I didn't have gadgets. I didn't have anything. You get? So I was like, I think I go. So she tells me, "I'm going to be paying you this amount per night," because it was once a week. And we see from there. I'm like, "Okay." I go home. This guy, Augustine, I call him. I'm like, "Guy, help me with your gadget. Help me with your computer." He comes home. We set the questions with him for the first time. Then I'm like, "Okay." I think it was almost at the end of the year. And then they closed that place. We did not continue. So that's when I got a manager. You get? So that, this guy has been looking at me for a good time. It's like, you have something special about you. We can promote out there.
Oh, amazing. How did you come to, let's say, like have a manager also like as an artist?
As he came for the quiz night.
Okay.
Now we used to talk on WhatsApp because we met on same WhatsApp group, and we used to talk, and it's like, and I didn't know him. So when we met there for quiz, it's like, "I'm the one who has been talking to you and all that." It's like, "Oh, nice. Thank you for coming for quiz. We shall be here every Thursday and all that." It's like, "No problem. We shall always be coming." So he goes back. So we have Team Mogo. Team Mogo is from Tororo. Just this Jazzy. It's for Team Mwogo.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we play football every Sunday afternoon and Wednesday night.
Yeah.
So it's like one time we're playing Sunday afternoon. After playing, we went to meet somewhere to have lunch.
Yeah.
Then he tells me, "Do you have a manager?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "I don't have a manager." It's like, "Me, I'm a marketer, but I can manage you. So if you're good, you're ready, tell me, we draft contracts, we sit down and go through it. Then I start managing the contracts because you need to be shown. You have something that needs to be shown out there." So I'm like, "Okay, I think that's a good idea. Let us sit." So we sit, we draft a few things, and he started getting places here. We get gadgets. He's called Uncle Chris. We get gadgets. We get a few other things, and then I start setting the questions. I've gotten the idea from the other guy and from Augustine. So Uncle Chris is like, let us now. Our work is to provide what? Quiz. I'm like, "No, don't worry." I started, and that is why I host nights. Remember, hosting also started way back in 2016 when I started hosting prom.
Oh yes.
So that school until today. Until today, every year is like I'm their official host. For prom parties at that school. They still call me every single year. You are our prom party host. They send me my money, I go host. And that's how it is.
Amazing. So Chris is the one in charge of looking for the locations where you get to host the quiz nights and negotiating the contracts.
Yes. The locations and also negotiating other gigs when it comes to acting. Because now he manages the whole of me. You get. If in case apart from locations, that one I do it my own. But when it comes to me acting and when it comes to quiz nights, if I get a place, I tell him, then we go and meet the owner of the place together. Or if someone calls me like, "There's this place we need to host quiz," I go with him, we meet up the owners. If he gets a place, he will meet up with them, then he calls me and we meet up together, we agree on a ABCD and start. That is basically.
So how is it, let's say, like from a general perspective, for artists, because I like talking about artists and money and how they manage their money and go through life. What's the importance of an artist having a manager, someone who has like a 360 overview?
It's very important. It's very important because a manager is going to help you in very many ways. First and foremost, to manage your finances. Also to bargain for those finances. You may call me to come and do a project for you, and your budget is $100,000 US. You get for me as an actor. So but then you're saying that if I call Okitwi, I'll give him $50,000. You get. But let us call the manager whom we know we're going to sign the contract with. Then you call the manager, and the manager will be like, "Okay, you will not tell me the budget that you have, but you will tell me I'm going to give you maybe $50,000." And my manager will be like, "No, for my actor, for my artist, you'll pay at least 80,000." And then you'll be like, "Okay, 80,000 still on my range. I can give you 80,000." You sign the 80,000 and we are good. So basically, and also it helps the actor or the artist to make sure that if in case you don't perform, the artist doesn't perform, you who is giving the job to the actor, you can easily go through the manager to have the money refunded. You get. It helps. Or to keep the money for the actor until the end of the project, then give the actor the money. It helps to bargain. I was telling you, bargain for those pay and also get those jobs. Yes, because sometimes as an artist, you may not get all the jobs together, but someone to help you, to help you out. They get a percentage of this pay, of course. You become his boss, but he's like your boss, but you are his boss still, because the money you're paying to the artist, and the artist has to pay a percentage to the manager. Yes,
I see. So one of the basic questions that we also like talking about at Homa Bay Unplugged is about artists and their mental wellness. How are you able to manage and navigate as an artist in your mental wellness? Because you won't be getting shows
every day,
every other time. There's like some crazy lows and there's some crazy higher lows. So how are you able to navigate that? Because I know mostly depression checks in when there are no gigs, you've been home for quite a considerable period of time, things are not looking up. How are you always able to navigate through life?
First and foremost, I want to thank God that most of the times the jobs are available.
Yeah.
When the jobs are not available,
Yeah.
I want to be frank with you.
Yeah.
As long as I have internet at home, I will remain inside my door. My creativity is to make people laugh. Yeah. Even though I don't know how, but I will post something so that I get to have people. I have gone, I think twice I've undergone depression, but the way I overcame them, it was very interesting. At least people always come around. They're like, when I don't post like for 24 hours, someone will ask, is this guy there? They will always call or text you to find out, are you there? Are you okay? Is everything okay? You understand? They always have those things there. So it is a good thing, and I always advise people, in case you are undergoing any kind of depression, talk to people. It's good to talk to people. That's why I am telling you, I always laugh. Even though I am depressed, yes, right now I need money. I need lots of money. But I'm not going to show people out there that I need the money. But I'm trying to work so that I can get the money. You will always find me smiling. You always find me laughing, and you're asking, hey, why is this guy always laughing? I have problems, but I don't need to show people that I have what? Problems. No. Be active, be proactive. I always come home. Whenever I am home, I do research about acting. I do research about the kind of jobs I'm doing. I do research about the quiz and all that. I set those quizzes, you get. So very many things. It helps me to keep myself active. Once in a while, I get out. Even though I don't have money, I can get out and I move, I walk around, or I can step into a bar and I sit there and look at people dancing. I buy maybe a bottle of water or soda and I sit there and watch people dancing. It relieves you of things. Also, you can get your phone and talk to someone. Just talk to someone, anyone. Talk about life, laugh a little bit, then go back. It helps you keep calm. It helps you not think a lot about other things, because there are things that you cannot control. Let God take control of them if you cannot. You don't have to control everything.
For sure.
You can't. Let God sometimes take control of a few things that you cannot manage. You are not. They say no man is an island. That statement is very true. You cannot do it.
You always need a community of people around you.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. And if in case you fail to get into the community of people, talk to God and let Him help you take some burdens off. And He will definitely do, if you give Him time to do it.
Insightful. And are there always misconceptions that people have about Okitwi?
No. No.
Like what you see is what you get.
As me, no one. I think if someone has talked bad about me, or if someone has something against me, it's probably maybe old times, and maybe when I was broke, I did something that I was not proud of. But I doubt if there is anything that someone will say about me. I will give you a go ahead to go and interview people about Okitwi and let them tell you.
Because most occasions that I get is like people take Okitwi like, this guy is never serious. So sometimes you're maybe saying like, you guy, it's a serious thing. The guys are like, this guy is a joke, man.
Yes. They always say I'm a joker because I'm a lively person. And in that way, people love me.
So how do you get to air your serious things? You're like, guys, this is not a joke. This is not a script.
I don't think
walls are crumbling, guys. Watch out. Guys are like, it's part of a script. It's a joke.
There are few people. For example, if I'm down money wise, there are few people I can reach out to, and then they will know that, you know what, he needs money. Because if he didn't need money, he wouldn't have come. He needs it. That's why he has come. And then they will say, we can give you. Oh, we don't have at this time. And then they will tell you. Yes. But if it comes to money issues, now most of the things that people think I joke about is that I don't have a love life. I don't know if I have. Maybe I'm looking at someone's girlfriend. I'm trying to steal someone's girlfriend. I'm working so hard to steal someone's girlfriend.
Why do you want to steal someone's girlfriend and not get your
Because the man is not serious. The man is not serious.
How do you know the man is not serious?
Because let me tell you something.
Yeah.
If you are serious about your woman,
Yeah.
your woman cannot go for other men.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
But the moment you are not serious,
Yeah.
if I come as Okitwi,
Yeah.
she will show me signs that she's also what?
Yeah.
Interested.
Yeah.
But if she's like, my man is good,
Yeah.
is doing everything,
Yeah.
she will say, I have a man, and
Yeah.
she will mean it.
Yeah.
Then you know that, yeah. But people think I don't have what?
Yeah, you don't have a life.
They think I am a very single man. I'm like, it's okay.
Yeah.
I'm a single man. I also give them that.
Yeah.
I also give them that.
To just keep them entertained.
Let them wait for that day when they see me probably in a suit going to get that woman.
Going to get married.
Yes.
So we sure have to watch out for that. So no, I think you've talked about many things. If there's one thing that you've learned about life so far, and you could meet the young Okitwi.
Yes, sir.
Not Otikwi.
Okitwi.
What will you tell him?
Normally, I will tell Okitwi to respect people.
Yeah.
To be disciplined.
Yeah.
And to work hard. Yeah. To work hard and always to be honest.
Yeah.
I will tell Okitwi, be disciplined, work hard, be honest.
Yeah.
The next thing is don't forget praying.
Yeah.
That's what I will tell Okitwi, and he must follow. Yeah.
Is there one project you're always proud of? Like, you guys, this is.
I think I'm always proud of my projects, the one I've done, because I try to give it my best. Only that sometimes I can also sit down and look, and then I look and I'm like, okay, there I did not do it like I was supposed to do it.
Yeah.
There's something missing. I wish I did like this.
Yeah.
All the projects, but still I'm also proud of them that they're out there. Yeah. Yeah.
Are there things that you're passionate about that you like to see change? Because I'm also passionate about Africa. Are there things that you might want to see change when it comes to art, when it comes to Africa, when it comes to your country?
Collaboration.
Yeah.
I want us to collaborate like nothing.
Yeah.
We have a company from Uganda, a company from Kenya, South Africa, Tanzania to come together and do a film.
Yeah.
Or they can get actors from Uganda, go to Kenya, go to South Africa, to do film.
Yeah.
And then they're not only that, we have only Ugandan actors. If the budget is there, get some 1 or 2 actors from the other side. Bring them. Let us work together.
Yeah.
The thing is collaboration, which I want so much. Yeah.
If you had a blank check, what would you do? Like, no cap, no limit to that money I have. This money that I've been praying for. Apart from throwing that big bash to the love of your life.
No, of course, she would be around.
Yeah.
But then I want to set up 3 things.
Yeah.
1, I want to set up a props shop for film.
That's interesting. Yeah.
2, I want to put up an arena, like that host events.
Yeah.
That host events. Yes. Probably I want that host concerts, that host maybe award galas. You get? Yes, something like that. I want to do that. Then I also want to make sure that my parents are very fine. Financially, are very fine in whatever way.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you're not into art or entertainment, what else will you be doing?
I don't know what I would be doing if I wasn't into art or entertainment.
Yeah.
Because when I realized that I can do literally everything, you get? I can literally do anything. So anything that comes, I would do. Maybe business, I would do, because at least I've handled a lot of businesses.
Yeah.
So I would do. Tourism, I would do. Yeah. I've also handled a few. So yeah, and getting to people, I would do a lot of things, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are there someone or people that you always look up to?
Me, I look up to everybody. Like I will see there is something that Emma has that I don't have. So I would want to try so much and get, Emma, how do you do this?
Yeah.
You get? I will tell people that in Uganda here, I always want to work with every actor because they have something that I don't have, and I can use that to improve on my craft. Yeah, I will always. I look up to everybody. I look up and I respect everybody in their capacities. Whatever, whether it's a who, there is something that I don't have that they have that I want to see and to do also as well.
Really, really interesting. If you could meet one person, dead or alive, who will that be?
If I'm to meet one person, dead or alive, who will that be? I want to meet Tyler Perry. Yeah, I want to meet Tyler Perry, and I ask him how he did it. And I also want to meet Jensen Statham.
Yeah, Jensen Statham. Yeah.
I love that man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What most do you like about him?
His quickness.
Yeah.
He's very sharp, very fast into his actions. I don't know if the scripts been given to him, or I don't know if the directions, but his reactions to things, very fast. I'm not a slow guy.
Yeah.
I am always that tap, 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 tap. Someone will tell me, let us work together, but I am up there, they are here.
Yeah.
And they're like, you guys, we are working together. Why are you leaving us behind? But that's how I want to be. Yeah.
Are there, in your career, have you had funny, unexpected incidents that really made you look back and laugh? You're like, yo, okitui.
No.
Yeah.
I think the thing is for me to meet people and they're like, hey, he's the one.
Yeah.
I have ever stopped cars in the middle of the road when I was moving.
Yeah.
And the guy, I came from the road.
Yeah.
I came from down the road. So the guy whose car was next to as I was crossing, he stopped.
Yeah.
And he saw me, he came out and greeted me. He's like, thank you for entertaining us. You're really, and people started hooting. I have done that. And people are like, I'm like, eh. That gave me, that's the power of film. That's the power of film.
Yeah.
Someone will look at you and is like, that guy. Yeah.
Oh yeah, so like they're always starstruck. They're like they can't quite get.
Yes.
Because I've had instance where maybe like one of our friends, I think she had on an episode before. He went to a shop, to a bank, so he wanted to withdraw money. Then the attendant serving him was so mad at him, was so moody, was so amazing. Like it was just so crazy.
Yeah.
And then after serving him, because he was an actor, then he was like, the way you treat that girl in the movie, I don't like it very much. You're such a bad guy. I don't like you. And then he was like, it's just acting. It's just.
Now I have three incidences for that.
Yeah.
One, I had gone to buy some materials for clothes with my friend.
Yeah.
In downtown.
Yeah.
And the shop we went to, the guy saw me, is like, aren't you the one who kidnapped the other guy?
Yeah.
There was a film I did, The Office, and I kidnapped. I put some guy in the boot and I drove off. Yeah. You're the one who kidnapped the other guy. You're a very bad man.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, I am just an actor.
Yeah.
You get? I'm just an actor. I don't do these things. Yeah. Then another one, actually I went to the bank with one of my producers. She was going to get money. Yeah. So I pushed her.
Yeah. When
we reached the bank, she was going to renew her ATM
card. Yeah.
So when we reached there, they directed us to the person we were supposed to meet. Yeah. And the person we were supposed to meet, I sat behind like this, and my producer was there. She was now getting the ATM. And for me, I was on my phone.
Yeah.
And then the other lady kept on looking at me.
Yeah.
And then asked my producer, isn't that guy the one who always acts as a fund? Isn't he the one?
Yeah.
That who? That one behind it. Like, oh, yes, he's the one. Oh, can I say hi? Like, yeah, you can say hi. Like, then my producer goes, Chris, come. She want to say hi. I said hi. She's like, oh, wait, but you're speaking different. You're speaking. I'm like, yeah, because the other one's the character. Wow. Then you killed that character. You did so well. Keep up. In a bank, Centenary Bank, Mapera, the one of the biggest bank in Uganda. I went there and guys are like, he's the one. I think like 4 guys The other ones did not come. But when I was looking around, I saw. And even my producer told me after when you had left there. She was like, those people, did you see the way they're looking at you? You guys are stars. I'm like, we're not stars. We're just trying to make things happen.
That's an amazing nugget. To get to see and also to get to share. So this parting one, and this is like an honest take. Like to you personally, and like what do people not know about Okitwi?
That I have a lover. They actually don't know. They don't know that I have a lover.
Is this a joke or part of a script?
No, it's not a script. By the way, I have a lover. Very serious one. I have a lover. People don't know that I do. Now you see, even if you're saying it's a joke, like, because most people don't know. They think I always joke around. They always think when I post anything that I tag baby, they're like, "Where's your baby? Where's your baby? Whom we have never seen? You give us a picture of the two of you." Because
actually, what I get the most is like, Cristiano needs to get married down
there. Every time people are like, you need to get married. I am still young, very young, but I have a lover.
So that's why they call you Etiang.
I think basically, then maybe those people who are very close to me, who are very, very close. Those who are not close to me. They don't know that I actually stay in an apartment. They say if they just know the guy stays in Namgogo. But they don't know. They're like, Now they're like, if some people post where when you post your environment, they're like, wait, you stay in an apartment? You stay in a Kalina? They call it a Kalina flat. I'm like, no, I'm just looking around. Yes. But basically that.
That's pretty interesting to just always keep people guessing. So I'd say maybe let's like 5-10 years to come, where do you see your Okitwi? Like in the foreseeable future?
I will always say where God will take me is where I will go. I do not want to dictate that I'm going to be in Hollywood in the next 10 years. But if God wishes, I will go there. I have an international film coming soon. It's a short film, but it's with international actor. I think we're two Ugandans who are the lead, and then the other one is a big Nigerian actor who is there in the middle. You get? So I'm looking forward to that. And from that, it's going to open. It's still opening more doors for us. And then also other films that are coming are also going to be, because it's going to be diverse. People may know me for an Askari role, but then they're going to see a warrior in me in one of the films that I'm going to be doing.
A parting shot?
Well, thank you guys, and please, I hope we have not bored you. I hope you have laughed in one way or but please keep watching, keep subscribing, and also don't forget that whenever you're in trouble, always run to God, whether you're in trouble or not, but run to God, because at the end of the day, we all need Him. He will always lead us into the right directions. Be as friendly, be as disciplined as possible to people around you, because you never know. Tomorrow, that same person may be your boss. Thank you.
Amazing. Well, that's a wrap for today on today's episode of Homa Bay Unplugged, Voices from the Heart of the Lake. A huge thank you to Mr. Etiang himself, Okitwi, the Don, the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Fix-It, Mr. Everything. It was an amazing, and thanks a lot for sharing with us your journey, your insights, your wisdom, and just how you navigated through lives. And if you enjoyed this episode, like, post, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend in what's happening on this side of the Sahara. And as you know, it's Homa Bay Unplugged, Voices from the Heart of the Lake. If you have a friend, if you have sponsors, if you have people you want to tag along, if you have people in Kampala, Tororo, or across the globe who you want to support us, we are open. Links is over there. Like, post, share, subscribe. till the next episode when you get to meet. Peace.
Amen.
Yeah, amazing. Anything else we didn't tackle? You've even unplugged and muted. Guys. It's young.